So let's come in for a landing, and whatever that means, just arriving in the moment, in your body, with your breath, being a person on the planet Earth right now, in harmony, maybe with all the other humans around. And let me just make sure that this isn't going private. It needs to be public. And as you're in there, start to slow down your breath. And maybe you can feel into your heartbeat. So for me, when I start to get into really feeling into my body, it's really, I start to feel my heartbeat and my pulse, and my nervous system kind of buzzes sometimes. So, or I notice this sort of buzzing of aliveness. So let's tune into that idea of really feeling what is going on in our bodies on the physical level. And that means if it might be emotional, that's happening in your body too. If anything's coming up, just notice it, allow it. So a big part of what we'll do in the somatic inquiry today is really invite anything in that shows up and work with it. So it's not that we're shoving things out. We don't want that. We don't want this. We're in the inquiry where we're allowing anything that shows up to show up and to hang out. If it feels like it's too much, you can always go back to stillness or get up and have a glass of water. But letting us be with what is around and what's showing up. And the invitation today is to really come into a parasympathetic state of down regulation. So when we start to slow down, when we slow down our exhale, we allow our body to process the unprocessed, to even metabolize our food, with giving ourselves a chance to heal. And I've been reading this book. It's about the heart. I can't remember what it's called. It's like something heart, cosmic heart. And it's by an anthroposophical, like a Rudolf Steiner follower guy who's an anthroposophical doctor. And a lot of what he talks about healing the heart is letting our systems down regulate and soften and heal, so that we're giving our blood pressure a chance to slow down, our heart rate a chance to just come into coherence. So let's start with coherent breathing. So I'm going to count with 6s. You might want to go a little slower or faster, but I'll count them for a little while, and then you can go into your own count. So exhaling everything out and then inhaling in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just counting on your own in any kind of rhythm that feels right. We just want to, before we go really down into the down regulation, we want to come into coherence. And the coherence means that our heart rate, so our blood pressure, our breath, respiratory rate, our hormonal system, everything's working together. We're working in a coherent manner. It's not all crazy. It's like the orchestra is coming into tune together. So just counting on your own. It could be 4 counts, 5 counts, 6 counts. And if it feels stressful to do the count, let it go. When we start to slow down, to listen in and to feel into our bodies, feeling into our interoception, what's happening inside, maybe even aware of the exteroception, what's happening outside. Giving ourselves a chance to really come into presence and slow down. And if it feels good and it's interesting, let yourself include some micro movement. So it could be like small waves on the inside of your body just happening on their own. Or it could be that you kind of give it a little nudge and allow some movement in. And it might be happening in your spine or in your core or in your arms or in your fingers or in your feet. So could be core or distal, wherever it feels good to you, just inviting it in. So we have this sense of an ongoing continuous flow in our body. Even as long as we're alive, that's going to be happening. And we're going to imagine that this ongoing continual flow is really harmonious within ourselves, within our tissues. And I'm going to take it down to the floor. Just letting yourself land on the planet. And sometimes I talk about the gravity and the gravitational pull of the earth that's drawing us down, and we can nestle into it, but also finding the sense of levity and the lightness of our breath, the lightness and sort of the rise of the three-dimensionality of our body. So if I was standing, it would be my verticality, but as I'm here on the floor, it's just the rise and fall away from the earth and into the earth of my breathing, allowing your body to receive the earth energy as you drop down, and also to receive the air energy as you inhale, right? So there's natural growing and shrinking, and there's a sense of lightness. You can think of the lightness in your movement, that it takes no effort. We're working towards just easiness, no effort, free flow. And then inviting in the water quality of your body, the fluid. And imagining that the level of your skin, the surface of your body, and you might want to touch it just to touch into that surface area. It's almost like that's where the surface tension is that holds us together. But in water, the area where the surface tension is like kind of a magical place. So inviting that into your cells, into yourself, into your imagination, this idea of this really well-organized surface and surface tension. So that the idea of the surface tension isn't like clamped down and difficult, it's just form holding. So it's not doing anything rigid, it's just helping you hold your fluid form and letting yourself move with that. So I'm going to offer this. Just rolling from side to side, really slow if you're on the floor. As if you are at the edge of the ocean and the waves are just gently lapping and moving your whole body one way and then back the other way. So there's this sense of groundedness with the earth underneath us, but this fluid flow of our bodies. And then also the levity of the air within our bodies. And as you're pouring yourself or being poured from side to side, inviting that to just massage out all your tissues, so your fascia, your joints, your muscles, getting really easy as we just roll across really gently. If you need padding, if you need to do this like on a padded surface, that's totally fine. But if it's okay to be on the floor, lean into that, just receiving the massage and the compression and rebound as you decompress, right? So I lay across something and it gets compressed. And then as I move away and that part of my body frees up, it rehydrates, it fills up and expands. And this is really in the interest of letting your shoulders relax, letting your head relax, letting your jaw relax, throat relax. Just melting into the floor, rolling from side to side. And taking as long as you need to. Maybe you need to stay on your side for a little while, or maybe you want to roll all the way onto your belly. That's fine too. So it's like you're this rolling ball of water with this very interesting surface tension that's holding you together. But there's no work in that. It's just doing it for you, right? You do not have to hold anything to hold yourself together in this moment. It's all held for you. Your body is not going to fall apart. And if you let go of some of the tension in your shoulders, neck, jaw, tongue, you may find that there are reservoirs of other energy in there. So really, right, once we clear out a sort of blocked channel, then energy can flow freely. And sometimes that can be destabilizing. It's like, oh my God, suddenly I have all this energy that I didn't have before. Or suddenly something in my life is really going right. How do I deal with that? Even the things we want can destabilize us, right? Body likes that homeostasis of staying at the same level. We just want to invite in this deep down regulation, slowing, softening, melting, but also finding this resilience of the breath. So there's that levity as well as the gravity. We're not just falling in and through the earth. There's lightness bringing us back up to the sky. Lightness and breath. And maybe it's showing up in your arms, maybe it's showing up in your legs. Lightness and levity. Allowing parts of your body to maybe just float up, floating away from the floor, floating up to the ceiling. Hey, Michael, finding that sense of levity in your body. And the sense of gravity, and then the sense of the surface tension holding you all together. Allowing micro movements to bubble around inside you in this dance towards ease, letting go of whatever holding there is, whatever tension can be released, and just freeing up the system. Allowing the down regulation to give you spaciousness inside your own body, right? There's nothing to hold or grasp onto. It's just gentle, letting go of all the things. And I'm going to add music, and we'll just move with that. I recently did this in another class and I forgot to screen share sound. So if that ever happens in this class, please let me know. I think we're good. Imagining that you can nestle into the sound of the music, you can nestle into the floor. And there's pulsing, resilient life within that space. It's like you're drinking from the well. And the space around you can compost and receive your energy, or receive and release whatever needs to be released. And the space inside of you also. Allowing your inner body to pour itself, or to be poured, P-O-U-R-E-D. But we could also think of, I know we talked about the surface tension, but let's imagine that we're also porous, so that we're not stuck inside of ourselves, but our awareness can travel way beyond even the periphery of our visual field. Our heart energy radiating out in all directions, reaching out to each other, sharing this space and this time. Even if you're watching at a later date, we're still in this moment together. Inviting your nervous system to soften, to melt, to downregulate, to come into a easier place. And also imagining that in your body, your nervous system is suspended. It's suspended and supported by your tissue, by the fluids. And as you move, there's movement in the nerves, there's movement in the fascia, there's movement in the fluids, even if you're barely moving, even if it's just the movement of the breath, massaging your inner body, breath massaging your heart, heart massaging your lungs. Oh, inviting kindness. Kindness for yourself. Kindness for your heart. Yeah, sometimes waves of emotion pass through. They're allowed in. But we also don't have to hold on to them. We can let them happen, let them express, and let them move. Allowing the soft movement of your just being human to massage your inner body, to soften, to slow down, to calm. To nurture. Maybe you didn't receive everything you needed. So offer it to yourself. Offer yourself the kindness, the love, the support. Some part of you can give it, another part can receive it. Offer your own heart the love. Coming into this moment, fully participating in this moment with your awareness, not shutting anything out. If you want to add a breath to this, you could add the theta breath, a very soft hiss, like releasing steam out of a radiator. Let it last as long as it feels comfortable, and then inhale again. Take resting breaths whenever you need them, trying to keep the inhale through your nose if possible. And the whole idea in this exercise today, or in this exploration, is that we don't force anything. We don't push anything. We just receive. Allow your body to come alive as its own participatory sort of divine process that you're engaged in. Body, mind. Made of actual stardust. When we slow down our exhale, we allow our body to down-regulate. So we want to do that in the most gentle, loving manner. We're not alone. We're here together. You could even imagine the movement of the air around you as part of the dance, right? Even as you breathe, we're affecting the air. But as we move, we're also affecting that air. It moves with us. Inviting anything you're ready to let go of just to melt away. Nothing to hold on to. allowing yourself to move with the wave of being, with the waves of being, completely connected to everything that's also being right now. Allowing the waves of your thoughts to just float by without grabbing onto them too hard. Just let them come and go. Also inviting in deliciousness. Inviting in child energy, wonder. Curiosity. Play. If you need to drink from the well of your own internal guidance, your own healing, your own fluid nature, drink from that well. Let that well expand your own ideas of what health can be like for you, what health can be like for other people. What health can be like for our planet. Even letting ourselves receive the sun energy, to fire in ourselves the fire of the sun, the electrical currents of life. Even this wood on the floor was grown in a tree that was fed by the sun. And by the water of the earth. Sometimes we think we don't deserve things like health or love or, I don't know. The energetic field isn't looking at it about deserve and don't deserve. And sometimes we really want something and we want and we want and we want, and then we get that thing and then it doesn't matter that much anymore. We're not satisfied. It's all just coloring life, right? The wanting, the not wanting, the having, the not having. Deserving, not deserving. Does the tree deserve the sunlight? Even forgiving ourselves, right? Doing imperfect things. That's part of life. If everything was perfect, what would it even be? And what is it? We're in the flow, whether we want to be or not. And the flow isn't just a friendly, fluid, easy wave. Sometimes it crashes. Sometimes it smashes us around. It's all part of it. Caught in the waves of life. Being with our experience. Being compassionate for our experience. Trying to slowly turn down the sound, but I think it doesn't quite work that way between iTunes and YouTube. Giving yourself a few minutes to rest and process the processing. Maybe you're resting in stillness, maybe there's movement. Allowing your body, mind, your being to do whatever it needs to do. Slowness as a natural resource for your human body. This position that I'm laying in, sort of a constructive rest position, is a nice one, but sometimes we need to come and curl into ourselves, and laying in the fetal position on our side is a nice one too. So when you, sometimes your body needs to arch more, sometimes it needs to curl more. Do I need to close in my belly? Or do I need to expand and open away from center? You can just ask. Or you can play back and forth and go, oh yeah, this is the one that feels good. Experimentation and inquiry. Ask the question and try it out. See what it's like. I'm going to come back in and stop the live stream. So TV land people, if you made it through, bravo.